You need to set up the question in a way that they feel comfortable enough to be transparent with you and tell you how it really is.
Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I blow soon, soon. Knew as a child back in the womb. Oh, told her step back, I need my room, room. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom. I'm in a whip, so I gotta zoom. They tryna talk, they not in the room. I've been so real, I'm dead to the tomb. They in the way, they gotta move.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Do Good Movement. Our purpose here is to make a positive impact on our society through real-life education. The movement comes into play when you share the content to help other people do good just like you. Excited to be here and chatting with you guys today. This should be a good one. We'll be pretty quick, I think. We'll see. Sometimes I just like to ramble and just keep chatting. But you know when you like hear something like through a third party, what somebody thinks about you or what you think about yourself, and you'll get into like in your head and like start questioning, right? And what I'm talking about are like not good things. Like we've all been there where we second guess ourselves, or we heard something through third party of somebody's opinion of us, right? And then we like to go talk to other people to clarify the statement or clarify the opinion or clarify our thought if that is like real. Is it like, hey, do you perceive me as this? Do you think I'm this, right? Like we like to get assurance there from somebody on the outside, right? And what I noticed just from like being a part of different conversations is we like to go get assurance or get an opinion from somebody that we know has the best interest of us at heart. People that love us unconditionally, that are always going to want to make us feel good, right? But the reason we're asking them is we want to know the truth of, is this my opinion, or is this their opinion, or is this actual facts, right? Well, just think about what I just said. If we want to bounce our thought or somebody else's opinion on how we are perceived to the person who is always going to agree with us and make us feel good, what the hell is the point of doing that? Now, I believe, guys, like feedback is gold, right? And especially if it's feedback from people you truly admire. But one thing I learned that I used to do is I used to set up my questions to get the answers that I would like, if that makes sense. So if you are going to somebody to get an understanding of how you're perceived or something that you want to work on, here's an example of like how you should do it, right? Because the goal is to get feedback to actually make a change and to get better on whatever you're looking to get feedback on, right? You're clearly asking somebody because you might think that is true, or else you wouldn't be asking them at all, right? And the reason you're bouncing it off somebody is like, hey, like I put this through my own filter in my head, and I'm having to ask you because I don't know, right? So here's what I would do, guys. If I was out of shape, right, which I've been there, and I was somewhat in denial of like looking into the mirror and I thought I was in good shape, and I was going to go to my wife and I want her to be like, hey, if I just went and asked her today and like, hey, babe, am I fat? She's going to be like, no, like, what do you mean? Like, you look great. Like, you're perfect for me and all that stuff, and tell me all the things I want to hear. With that information, I can't go do anything or make change because my thought process of me being one way, she is not helping me fix it. But if I went to my wife, a person I love that also, loves me back and is going to give me transparent feedback, and I was like, hey, so I want to look like this person. I want to be in the best shape ever. I want to pull off my shirt and people are like, son of a bitch, dude, that guy's in shape, right? Like the shit you see in the movies, like this picture right here, this 8-pack, shredded, 200 pounds of steel, just a bad mofo. I want to look like him. Do I look like this person? See, shared a vision of where I want to be, and now we could both talk about that vision. And most likely she's going to say no. And I could go ahead and work from there. So moral of this story, guys, is when you go and ask somebody that that loves you for like feedback, or to balance an opinion of what you think about yourself or somebody thinks about yourself, you need to set up the question in a way that they feel comfortable enough to be transparent with you and tell you how it really is. But nobody, most people, I will, but most people aren't going to, when it's a negative thing about you and they're going to ask you, most people aren't going to agree with it, because they know that you might be defensive, you might be emotional. But if you come into asking for feedback out of, hey, I want to get better, shoot me straight here, be transparent, like I'm not going to be mad at you, I'm not going to whatever, guaranteed they're going to come forward and tell you exactly what the truth is. And that's what we need in society, is we need to speak the truth about other people. But we also need to understand the truth about ourselves so we could go ahead and go to work on it. And that's how you truly help people, and that's how you truly help society. And where society got fucked up is people have came up, it's this whole poor me thing, right? People are doing wrong. People believe in wrong. And their parents and their leadership or people they look up to just accept it and be like, oh, honey, you're perfect. Not a problem. If that's what you like, that's totally fine. Like, that's how society just gets completely fucked up, because there's no, like, there's nothing that we stand on, right? It's just everybody's way and it's all okay. And that's why we see this crazy shit going on all the time, because it's now accepted. No, guys, there's right and wrong, and we need to stand up for right and wrong, and we need to hold each other accountable for right and wrong, and we need to speak the truth to each other, not about each other, but to each other. Now, on the flip side of it, if somebody's coming to you and asking you for feedback about them in a certain situation or whatever that might be, what you can do is just say, look, I love you. How do you want me to answer this? Do you want me to tell you what you want to hear? Or do you really want me to be open and transparent to help you out? Because you're clearly asking me because you want to know for yourself. But if I always just tell you what you want to hear, that's not going to help you. I love you. I care for you. I'm here for you. But if you want to know, let me know, and I will be open and transparent with you. But don't hate me for it. And let's just get after it, right? So that's how you could do it on the flip side. So once you guys get the feedback, like we're all wrong. We all have done bad stuff. But once you get the feedback, it's really, what do you do from there? How do you go work on it? How do you change your identity? How do you fix yourself? Different things like that. That is what people will be watching. So you could easily make a mistake and call out your mistake, but do we learn from our mistakes? That's what everybody's watching, and that's what you should be watching. Do good.